Study Session 11. Comprehensive Juvenile Justice Strategy. Introduction. At a time when much attention is focused on serious juvenile offenders, a comprehensive strategy has been called for to deal with all aspects of juvenile crime. In this study session, you will examine the strategy that focuses on crime prevention and expanding options for handling juvenile offenders. The components of this strategy include prevention in early childhood, intervention for at-risk teenage youths, graduated sanctions to hold juvenile offenders accountable for crimes, proper utilization of detention and confinement, and placement of serious juvenile offenders in adult courts. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to 1. Analyze the components of a comprehensive strategy that deals with all aspects of juvenile crime. 1. Components of comprehensive juvenile justice system. 1.1. Prevention. Research has identified certain factors that may suggest future delinquency for young children. These include abuse and neglect, domestic violence, educational underachievement, and health problems. Early childhood services may prevent delinquency and make a child less vulnerable to future criminality. Government should invest in state-funded early education programs to reduce juvenile crime and to provide health facilities to make certain children healthy before starting school. Home visiting programs target families at risk because of child abuse and neglect. 1.2. Intervention. Many jurisdictions are developing new intervention programs for teenage youths. An example is the Big Brother, Big Sister program, which matches a volunteer adult with a youngster. More and more cities are finding that night curfews can reduce gang violence and vandalism. Curfews may also contribute to a feeling of safety among residents in high-crime neighborhoods. Efforts are also being made to deter young people from becoming involved with gangs because gang members ordinarily have higher rates of serious violent behavior. 1.3. Graduated sanction. Graduated sanction programs for juveniles are another solution being explored by government across the country. The types of graduated sanctions include A. Immediate sanction for non-violent offenders. B. Intermediate sanctions such as probation and electronic monitoring, which is reserved for repeat serious offenders and violent offenders. Orwell, 1995. 4. Institutional programs. Another key to a comprehensive strategy is improving institutional programs. Many experts believe juvenile incarceration is overused, particularly for non-violent offenders. That is why the concept of deinstitutionalization, removing as many youths from secure confinement as possible, was established by the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Act of 1974. Considerable research reports the fact that warehousing juveniles without proper treatment does little to deter criminal behavior. The more effective secure corrections programs are those that provide individual services for small number of participants. Siegel, Welsh, and Senna, 2003. 1.5. Alternative courts. New venues of juvenile justice that provide special services to youth while helping to elevate the case flow problems that plague overcrowded juvenile courts are being implemented around the United States. For example, there are more than 40 juvenile drug courts over the burgeoning number of cases involving substance abuse and trafficking. The aim is to place them in a custodian institution. Study session summary. In this study session, we examined 5 components of strategy on crime prevention and expanding options for handling juvenile offenders. These include 1. Prevention in early childhood. 2. intervention for at-risk teenage youths. 3. Graduated sanctions to all juvenile offenders accountable for crimes. 4. Proper utilization of detention and confinement. And 5. Placement of serious juvenile offenders in adult courts. End of study session 11. Thank you for listening.